with an FCTV with Chris Agutter following today's win over Enfield Town in the National League South. Aggie, fair to say probably not the most memorable game, but 3 points is 3 points.
Yeah, tough opposition as expected. They sat in a block, that infamous block, and obviously made it difficult. There wasn't a lot of room to work, but then equally I don't think we helped ourselves in terms of making the most of the little space we had. But again, even though I think it was not the best game for the neutral, we've still, especially in the second half, as the game's become a little bit stretched and they're chasing the game a bit more, we've got to be miles better in the final third, like the pass selection or the quality of the pass, the touch, for the level of player we've got in forward areas. It's it breaks down too much, and again the game should be done after 70 minutes, and we should be sitting there a lot more relaxed than what we are. But we've won, clean sheet, 1-0. We haven't really give a great deal away, so I think in terms of comparing us to the start of the season, the sort of chances that we were giving up versus now, I think we look a lot better defensively. Just said to the players, it's a bit like a jigsaw, do you know what I mean? But we haven't yet put all the places and all the pieces in place. Early on in the season we're getting done on transition, shape of the team's not quite right, but we're winning games 4-3, but it's not quite right. The balance of the side, we've adapted that. We've then been pouring our own box. Like, you think, come away from games, go, how have we lost that game? But we've been scoring goals at the other end, so winning a few games 3-2, and now we look mean defensively and look better in our own box. You think back to the Chelmsford and the Farnborough games where we sort of found ways to give goals away. Whereas now, we look mean in our own box and defensively a lot more solid. But we seem to have dulled our edge up the other end of the pitch. But we keep picking up points, and we just need to try and put all the pieces in place, because when we do, we'll be a great watch, and we'll be a really good team, and we'll win a lot of games. But it's getting to a point in the season now, do you know what I mean? Like, where it's business. You see the league table: Bournemouth, Dorking, Maidstone, Eastbourne Borough. Like, all the full-time teams are now up in the top 8, and there's us up there as well with obviously Western Truro. You're starting to see the league table really taking shape, and it's what we said to the players, like, now's the time. So we need to find a way to, as I said, put all the pieces in place.
Yeah, and I think it's probably easy to forget that that's 4 unbeaten now in the league with 10 points out of the last 12.
Yeah.
With obviously a couple of frustrating results in between, with the draw against St Albans and defeat in the trophy against Gosport on penalties. But actually, maybe this is the start of a big run. I'm sure you hope. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean. As we keep picking up points, and I think that's the most exciting thing. Is when we find our best level, we're going to be a hell of a team. And if you're going to take anything away from us, you've got to be right at it. But the problem is we've found ways to drop points. So yeah, I mean, we're not delusional. Like we just said, and the players were all on the same page. Yes, great, we've won. Yes, it's 10 points out of 12, but we're going to need to be miles better if we're to get in the way of one of those full-time teams winning the league. Obviously, that's the plan, that's the intention, and we're going to have to be better. Our level's going to have to improve.
I guess one pleasing aspect today, the last 2 weeks you've held a 1-goal lead going into injury time, but you've held on today and looked quite convincing in doing so. They've limited them again to very, very little.
Yeah. I think obviously you can't underestimate the influence of parts, being out there, Glen Ray being back out there, Kane Wills being out there, thousands of games played between them. They would have been in that situation a few times and just felt a bit more assured out there. Obviously the rest of the group learning off the back of the past couple of weeks, which is positive. I think we managed it better as well from the dugout. We changed shape, and I think that was we've made some horrible decisions at times this year, whereas today I'm pretty pleased with what we've done. So I think collectively we got over the line, and I agree they didn't really threaten the goal.
You mentioned him there, Parts. Joe Partington on debut today looked quite comfortable in that back three. Yeah.
Very good, very assured, real quality. Got stitched up the first two throw-ins he got there. Then really threw it round his ear. Deal with that in the 6-yard box. And he's got anointed Chuckrow, their centre forward, chasing him down the 6-yard box. I thought, cheers. But yeah, and then Paco done the same the other side. But no, he was very assured. Great character. Great experience. You could hear him organising out on the pitch. But most importantly, he's very good on the ball and fits into the way that we want to play. And then defensively, he marshalled the back line really well. And it's great timing, really, because obviously with Alfie being injured, it's sort of a seamless change. So again, more luck than judgment, to be honest.
A second debutant today as well, Bailey Smith, his second debut for Worthing, made a good impact, and on another day would have earned you a penalty.
Yeah, well that's what Bailey is, and when the game's stretched like that and the opposition are committing a few more numbers forward, I think we've always been a really good counter-attacking side. I think Cash and Spongy and these guys are brilliant from a counter-attacking perspective. But now you add Bailey into it, who's got serious pace, because the ball in behind wasn't great, but he's done exactly what Bailey can do. He's turned it into a good one. He's had a great touch across the lad. And it's just, there's a couple of penalties. I think we won the first half's a penalty. I think it was on Tenley. Well, no, it was Joel.
Yes.
Joel come inside. Lad's gone through the back of him. It's one of them. I know there's, for whatever reason, there's a higher bar in both boxes, but if that's anywhere else on the pitch, it's a foul. So yeah, really pleased with both lads in making their debuts, and really pleased with Glenn coming back into the side, and in the main, like 3/4 of what I saw today, I was pretty happy with. It was just the final bit and the final third we've got to be miles better.
The moment of real quality that has earned you all 3 points, wing back to wing back, a great ball from Nicky Wheeler and a great finish from John Coleman.
Brilliant. It was the first time really in the half where we injected some speed into the game. It's so infuriating because we work all week, and some of the football you see on the training pitch is, it's outstanding, and you'd see that at any level. We train with real intensity and changing tempo, and it was the first time in the half where we actually went through the gears and we didn't mess about. Like, the opportunity was there to play forwards, and we played forwards, and we got runners. I mean, Cash has played and joined brilliantly. Glenn's whipped one out wide, great detail in the pass. He's got it out there quickly, giving Nicky more time and space. Cash has made a run beyond Nicky, which gives Nicky space to come inside. Temmie makes a great run through the centre of goal, which attracts the centre halves, and then Joel arrives in the back post. But it's ultimately, we played with that intensity and that urgency, and there was a change in tempo, and you think, that's us. Like, all of our best moments this season, they come through that change in tempo. So we were slow. They press, we pick it off, we find the spare player, then we go through the gears. So a couple of really good bits of play, great bits of movement. That's us. And again, the challenge is to try and find that more consistently.
And the challenges keep coming. You've got 2 big festive fixtures, Dorking away and then Eastbourne Borough home. Just a few thoughts heading into those 2 games. Yeah,
brilliant. That's what you do it for, isn't it? You want to test yourself against the best teams at the level, against the best managers at the level. I mean, Mark's a real role model for any manager in non-league. Because for all of the social media stuff and all the YouTube stuff, I think sometimes people forget that the bloke's probably more successful than any other manager in non-league, and he's done an incredible job. and he's very astute. He knows the game. So to be able to pit your wits against the best at the level, like from a personal perspective, I'm looking forward to that challenge. And then in terms of players and club, and they're a direct rival to us in terms of what we want to do. They're the games you want. There's going to be a big crowd there. There's going to be a great atmosphere. I know our away support will be as brilliant as ever. I can't wait. And I know the players. I know that game's going to be really tough, and we're going to have to be at our very best to win that game. And even then, it might not be enough. It's like a Bournemouth game. But I know that we've got a group of players that will thrive on that occasion. We said it going into this festive period. St Albans and Enfield, they were the ones that were a real danger. Dorking, I know what we're going to get from the players. And then Eastbourne Borough again, another full-time team. From a personal perspective, obviously it's a former club, so you want to. It's 10 minutes down the road as well. So yeah, you want to go back to your old club and have success. And again, Adam Murray's done an amazing job there. Again, between Adam and Mark, I don't think you'll find many better managers at the level, perhaps even level above. So just looking forward to the challenge and 2 really big games for us all to get excited about, and really pleased that when we're going into these games in this busy period, we're up near the top of the league. I mean, 4 points off top, like you said, 10 points out of 12. Like, perhaps it is the start of a decent run. Yeah, fingers crossed, Jack, definitely. But we're going to need to be better than what we have been if we're going to come out of those games with the sort of results and performances that we're going to need to see.
Thanks, Aggie.
Cheers, Jack.